Hi everybody, it is Pip here. Welcome. It is Monday. It's 12:30. It's your Moody Monday catch me up, pick me up video. Hopefully you're all joining. I can see that some people are on already. Please drop a comment in, tell me that you're here. We are going to go live and talk about daffodils today, and also this lovely big box that I have in front of me. Yes, so we're going to talk about that as well. So, hello. Welcome. I don't think I'm early. Maybe I'm a little early. I think I'm about on time. Anyway, hopefully people will start to find me and start to jump on. We are broadcasting live on Facebook and also on YouTube. If you wish to purchase anything from me today, then you need to just jump onto my store. That's the little banner that goes across there, queenpipcards.com/store. And if you are interested in getting information on a weekly basis, just catching up with me on a weekly basis, then you can hit the subscribe button as well, and just go to that URL, and then you'll be in my emailing, so you'll get some useful hints and tips every week. So here we go. Joe's on watching. Hey, on the sly. Lovely. I know. My hair, I have to say, is absolutely incredible. I don't think I've ever had a colour that's quite this vibrant. It's really bright, but in a good way, in a really good way. So it's. I was going to just go pink in little pieces, and then my hairdresser showed me the colours that she had, and one of her niece said to me, no, you've got to use these new colours we've got in, they're just brilliant. And she wasn't kidding, was she? Look at that, it's just amazing colour. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with how that's turned out. Hi Jane. Hi Laura Jane as well. Hello. You must put your order in. Yes, you must, Laura. I was going to say that today is the last day of celebration, so we are sort of wrapping up celebration today. I've got a few things. I don't even know if I've shown you all my celebration stuff, so I'm just going to pull out a few of the stamp sets, and we'll just go through those as well, because I can't remember if I've shown you everything. It's been 2 months and it's gone like a whir, but today we're focusing definitely on the daffodils because I haven't shared those with you at all. I know that, and they are fabulous, and they go with one of my favorite bundles, which is the Daffodil Daydream bundle. So we're going to focus on that today. So hello Celine, hi, nice to see you over there. Bonjour, which is the limit of my French. So, I figured if I can say hello, that's always a good thing. And as long as I say it with a smile, people are more than likely to say hello back again. And then after that, I'm kind of lost. Anyway, so let's crack on. Let's have a look at some of these stamp sets and some of these amazing goodies, and then we'll get onto the big box later later on. Okay, we'll do that too. So I promised you 3 Mother's Day cards today. We will do that, and we will cover all of that. Celine's making me laugh now. Bonjour, mon ami. Oh, yes, I know what that means. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Hi, Linda. Afternoon. I know my hair colour is stunning, isn't it? It's just, I can't take any credit for it. It was all my hairdresser's work. There is deep purple in there, and then this almost fluorescent pink with like little tiny blonde just at the front, just to give it a little bit of oomph. It's just... I mean, not that it needs much oomph, to be fair, because it's pretty oomphy all on its own. Look at that. I mean, it's definitely Magenta Madness, right? I think it's Magenta Madness and a bit of Blackberry Bliss, I'm thinking, in there, really. I don't think I've had Blackberry Bliss before. Normally it's kind of a gorgeous, great colour, but that I think is definitely Blackberry Bliss, and it is yummy. Right, let's switch me over. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Let's get some light on down here. There we go. A little bit of light on down there. I'm going to take my face off the screen. There we go. Just for the moment. Oh, what did that say? Oh, hang on a second. I've got a little extra option. Oh. What's that mean? Oh, no, I don't want that. Can you still hear me? Oh, that's interesting. I don't want to do that. How do I do that? I've lost where I am now. Here we go. This is what I wanted. There we go. And it confused me with an extra option. And oh, you could still hear me. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, if I put that as solo layout, then that's it. That saves me a button. Right, okay. So let's take my banners off, because you don't need to be seeing that all the time. We'll take that off because that'll just drive you nuts otherwise. We'll put some more light on the subject. Oh, there we go. A little bit more light. Don't need quite so much light, I don't think. How are we doing? It seems to work better like that. There we go. Right. Okay. Oh, no. Come back on. There we go. Alrighty. So let's get on with it. So today, let us focus on this, which is, this is just a quarter pack of the Daffodils papers. And I think they've been overlooked slightly because they weren't available to start off with at the beginning of Celebration. And I think also they're not quite so kind of like zhizhing as the many marvelous papers, or the happiness with all the rainbows. You know, they're nice and bright and everyone's like, oh, well, I really like those. And the marvelous you can do so much with. I think these are kind of like, oh yeah, it's green. And I know lots of you love green, but I just don't think it's had enough pop. So I thought I would pop and do a bit of popping with it today. So I actually really like these. I mean, they are darker. I like this one, which is just crushed curry. And I like this one with all the beautiful white and pink daffs, because we do have white and pink daffs here. And then this one, which is kind of like a moody backgroundy piece. This one's just stunning. I mean, how many flowers can you put onto one bit of paper, right? That's just gorgeous. And this is lovely for just cracking on with things, just getting going, that you've got a card straight away. So on the back, you've got a bit more gentle. So I don't know what that is supposed to be, whether it's supposed to be some kind of stylized thing, daffodil or something. I don't know. It doesn't look like it to me. Black and very vanilla, fresh freesia and very vanilla. And then I like this one. Look, little hearts and very vanilla in Pear Pizzazz. And then a checkered, and then a flirty flamingo stripey. So we're going to make 3 cards today. And I have all the pieces. I'm going to change them up a little bit. I also wanted to show you some that I'd done before. So this was with the marvelous paper, because I didn't have it when we first started. So that's the first one. And then this one, which I just coloured and stamped. Let's get all this out of the way. And then this one, which is with actually the papers from the Hey Sports Fan. So that's the Hey Sports Fan one, which again, you probably kind of didn't really pay much attention to this paper either, but actually it's quite good for backgrounds. But none of them use the daffodil papers, so I thought I would bring those out into the fore today. So let's have a look. So this is the bundle. There's the Daffodil Daydream stamps, and then I've just dropped a stamp set on the floor, don't worry about me. There's the daffodil dies. I've been playing with other dies over the weekend, ha 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 ha. Because I've got a nice retreat coming up, and it's closed out today, all sorted, all booked in, finished, done and dusted. And I've been having a whale of a time playing with it. Anyway, but the daffodil dies are a bit like the poppy dies. Poppy dies? No, not poppy dies, pansy dies that we had. We've still got, in fact, pansy dies. Lots and lots of pieces that you look at and you go, how the heck do you put all those together? This one, if I can get it out, come on, they're very sticky. This one cuts out this big flower, and then I'm going to use the one that cuts this out. We're going to use that today. And then we have a tiny little butterfly, which I think can get a bit lost sometimes, this tiny little butterfly here. And then this butterfly cuts out this guy, and you even have a body for it. It's not a tent peg or a golf tee. It is actually, which could be either of those. This is actually the body. Oh, look, I've got pink fingers. Please excuse my pink fingers, but I washed my hair this morning and all my hands went pink. So it was the opposite of what normally happens. Normally you wash your hair and all the colour disappears. This time I washed my hair and my hands went pink. It will do that for a while until it settles down. But yeah, this little one here is actually the body of the butterfly. So if you wanted to do a separate body, you can, which I think is quite cute. So that's that, just so that you know what. And then all of the other things put together. You've got some kind of extra little die here for a flower, but everything else puts together the daffodils. So I'm not going to show you how to put the daffodils together today, because it doesn't take as long as the pansies, let me tell you that. And actually I think they're easier than the pansies to put together. Here are some I made earlier, which are kind of in parts ready to go. So I've got the stems here and the leaves, okay, and they go opposite to each other. So you've got this one comes out here like this, okay, and then this one comes out here like this, okay. But of course you can, they're different sizes, they're different shapes. You can of course cut them down, make them whatever you want. You could add another, you know, you could add leaves in between, you could add extra stems. You can do a lot of things with the dies. And then you've got these two daffodil types, okay. So you've got like the half showing daffodil, like you're looking at it from the side, and then this one is like you're looking at it from the front. And I would always normally put my daffodils upwards, but actually if you think about it, most of the time they're facing down, which is quite an important thing to remember, that actually that is the normal way daffodils look, isn't it, when they're on their little stems. You know, if you've got a little stem, they're normally kind of coming to the side or even downwards. So you can have them facing up. Sometimes they face up if they're really happy, and lots of sun on them. But some of the times they face downwards. So you can do that with either of these just by turning them round, which is really cool. I really like that. Oh, see you on replay, Celine. Bye bye. So yeah, so just remember that, and also remember that you don't have to make colour. You don't have to put colour on the actual petals, and it's still a daffodil. Okay, because sometimes you have solid white and then a coloured trumpet. So that's what I was going with there. Obviously this one has gone the other way. Okay, so that's those, and then I'll make that into a card later. And then this was one of the finished ones that I showed you, and this is with the yellows, with a more traditional daffodil colour. Okay, so that's that. And then we're going to play with these two today. So we've got this one and we've got this one. This is like a nice fun fold. And then I've got another one that I thought I would make up. But first of all, I'm going to go with a variety of the first for this simple one. So for this one, depending on where you cut this paper, this is on this side, isn't it? Yeah. So depending on where you cut the paper, you get either, actually I don't know, I think I might have cut out the middle. You get either a lot of pink or you get pink and blue. So here we've got the blue ones showing, and the flirty flamingo and the petal pink. Whereas on this one, it was mainly petal pink showing, with just one blue and one sort of half bit. So rather than layering it on the flirty, I decided this time I'm going to layer it on the petal pink. So this has to be one of the simplest cards you'll ever do. Actually, I'm going to stamp it first. What you do is you take your piece of paper, you cut it out of your sheet, and then you stamp the wording straight on here. Now I'm going to go with, yeah, I'm going to go with crushed curry, I think, because we haven't used that. So let's go with crushed curry. Now I'm going to just pop out a little bit of paper so I know, oh, this is a bit messy. So I just want to see if I stamp that straight. Is it straight? Oh, it's pretty good straight. Yeah. I always like to double check. Okay, so now you're here. We're going to stamp, this time on this side. And our Mother's Day is coming up, right? It's not long. It's 3 weeks away, something like that. So if you're looking to get your crafty going, you need to be looking pretty swiftly at that. Oh, no, I'll just come up. So then we need the little butterfly. I'm going to need this one. and we're going to pop this butterfly, and I stamped the butterfly actually in Memento, but then I actually coloured it in with a right marker. I know, it's strange, but it works as long as you're not doing massive pieces. So I used the mint macaron because apparently these are mint macaron flowers. They look more like some kind of pool party or whatever to me, but apparently they're mint macaron. So I went with it because, you know, let's go with it. And it is actually right. On the vanilla, it is actually mint macaron. So I think that's probably why it's slightly different, because it's on the vanilla rather than on the white that we're used to. And I didn't cut the body out. There we go. So just a touch of mint macaron with your right marker, really simple. And then just a touch of Wink of Stella, because you can't go wrong with a bit of Wink of Stella. Everything needs a bit of sparkle, especially for Mother's Day. You know, you want to add a bit of sparkle for Mother's Day. Pop that on there, and that then gives you really nice butterfly. Bit of sparkly. There we go, just a little bit of sparkly. And then by the power of television, I've cut that one out already in the mini. And then you get it like that. So then we're going to pop the paper onto this petal pink. Like so. And then that straight onto Very Vanilla. Then I don't often use Very Vanilla, to be honest. It's one of those, I don't know, do you use Very Vanilla more, or are you a basic white person? I'm generally basic white or colour, to be honest, but sometimes it's nice to just jump on and get a different colour going. Alrighty, and then there's my minis. I need a mini. Here we go. I'm going to use a mini, just one on either side. So in this case, the wings will flap up if I want them to. So I could just sort of curl them up a little bit. There we go. And put that down there. Someone said to me, oh, butterflies aren't around with daffodils, but they can be. Butterflies do come out, or moths at this time of the year. So there's definitely things that like them. So there we go. How easy is this? Hey, Jan and Louisa together. Hi, Jan. Jane doesn't use vanilla, and Sheila is here, and she doesn't use vanilla very often either. But isn't it pretty? Doesn't it go well with that? Really cute. So that has to be the simplest and the quickest Mother's Day card you could ever design. And I know lots of you are like, oh, I don't make Mother's Day cards, but you know what? You could help the grandkids to make Mother's Day cards for their mothers. That's my plan. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, next up we have this one. And oh, I just need to remember. I think I remember what this is, because we have to chop a bit off. I'm just going to double check. Yeah. So if you're in Treats on Tuesday, you're going to get this tutorial. So you'll get this tomorrow. And it will be in inches and in metric. So I'm not going to try and do both on here. But basically, you have to cut your cardstock this way, so it's lengthways. Then you just chop a bit off. Okay. And then you can chop whatever you like off. It doesn't have to be what I've decided. That's that. And then let's just wash that. I think I need to give my chamois a bit of a wash. Okay. And then we need some mint macaron again. And we're going to put a Very Vanilla on the inside. Again, unusual. So I'm just popping these down the side like that. Easy peasy. I'll stick that on in the middle. Oh, I think I'm going to run out of seal. Maybe. I don't know why I like doing seal for the insides. There we go. Nice. Then we can pop on a piece of this beautiful paper that I've cut down. So lovely. And you can decide which way up you want it. Obviously, I think I want the daffodils showing the most, so I'm going to put that on like that. Then I've cut a piece of vellum because I'm loving vellum at the moment. So I just need a little bit just here because it's going to, otherwise it will show through. But if you just do a little bit in the middle, like so you can see it, but don't worry, we're going to hide that. So we're going to hide that with a circle of mint macaron. Okay, there we go. Not showing, that's glorious. And then we're going to cut out the flowers. So I've got my little mini because these fit through the mini, which is great. And if you haven't got the mini and want the mini, I said I would say just hang fire until tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. Might be some special things happening tomorrow. But if you want the daffodil papers, you've got to buy them. You've got to put your order in for those today. So, you know, it's one of those. And then I've not brought over my blends. I did the original ones in blends. These ones I'm going to go with my Wink of Stella, just to add that really extra pop. So that's a very, oh, hello. That's a very quick and easy cutout. Now for this one, I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to need to give that a squeeze. Pear Pizzazz, and then a bit more of a squeeze than that, Pip. Give it good old welly. There we go. That's better. And then I think it's actually Bumblebee. So we're going to go with some Bumblebee. Oh, a bit more. It feels like you're going to go through them, but you're really not. There we go. It was you, Sheila. I wasn't going to name and shame you, but it was you. Now I have 2 Wink of Stellas. Okay, this is my top tip for today. If you're doing different colours, have one of each. Have one for each. Because you know that by the time you've done one, you'll find that piece that you should have done again and you'll have forgotten it. And it'll be like, oh, I've got to clean my brush again and do it again. So just have 2. Now, for these ones, they do go up and under. They go kind of all over the place, really. So I don't think you can really go wrong. Well, I mean, you can go wrong if you make it all green, obviously, because there's not stems there. But what I'm saying is that all of this is green over here. And then we'll do a bit lighter on top of there. And then this is also green here. And then this is also green here. You know, there's a lot of green going on, right? Okay, I'm going quickly. I don't know why I'm going quickly, because we've only done 2 cards. There we go. Take a bit more time, Pip. Get it right. But it just looks just as good painted. There we go. Just a slightly different look to the blends, that's all. So I thought I'd do both and you could see. Who uses this technique? There we go. Okay, so that's the green one. And then really dark under here, and then go into light at the top there. Jo says she's just ordered some blending brushes. Okay, blending brushes are slightly different. This is Winker Stella, but the blending brushes will help for things like masking and backgrounds and those kind of things. Stampin' Blends, it's all very confusing because they make them all the same name. So Stampin' Blends, your alcohol markers, which are what I used on this one. So this is what I used for colouring this. This was Stampin' Blends. Okay. And then this is my Winker Stella that I'm using here. Just to... You can do the same with blending pens, or blender pens as they call them. But it will pill slightly if you go over it too much. So be gentle with those. And I'm throwing loads of information at you, I know. So this is the kind of thing that we talk about in depth in the Card Making Know-How. And the Card Making Know-How membership is going from strength to strength. I can't believe we're nearly at a year in May. Can you believe that? A year. So that means you're going to have, we've got 10 classes, exclusive classes, plus lots of lessons on how to use all these different tools. And it's a great little thing to jump in on. It's only $12.99 a month at the moment. Did I say that? Did I say that it might be going up? It might be. It might just be going up. So you might want to just jump in while you can. And if you do want to jump in on that, I will let you know what the thingy is. I'm going to make this bit darker here. I think that's very dark. And this bit lighter there. There we go. There we go. I think I'm done. I will clean that. Oops. Get rid of that. Clean that sparkly bit off. So the membership is totally different from joining my team. That's the blending brushes, Jo. If you ordered 3 in a pack, that's blending brushes. Yeah, so they're great. Love those. Sheila says you were reluctant, but now you love using them. Yeah, we did a whole class. This month's class in card making membership was blending, and we did some fantastic, gorgeous designs. Okay, so that's there. So we're going to pop that up on dimensionals. But yes, as I say, joining the membership is not the same as joining my team, just because I know some people get confused. Oh, is that too low? Too low? No, that's fine. Joining my team and joining Stampin' Up is something completely different. The membership is just it's just that, really. It's just a club, so you get lots of access to me and lots of tutorials and lots of lessons on how to learn different things, skills and all that kind of stuff. And there's, as I say, as always, there's no minimum commitment. You can come and join and dash off when you fancy, or stay as long as you like. So there we go. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to add on. Now this one I did Easter Blessings, but I've promised Mother's Day today, so we're going to do a Mother's Day. So this one we will use our mint macaron. And you can see the difference now really clearly in colouring using ink and blending brushes and colouring using Stampin' Blends. So ink, not blending brushes, ink and Winker Stella versus, it's a bit more muted, versus the blends, which is really pops off the page, whereas this is much more watercolory, muted colour. Both are good, both are nice, nothing wrong with either. That's got yellow on it, but they are very different mediums. So go. Happy Mother's Day. Lovely. Pop that down on there. Just going to cut that straight down. Straight down there. There we go. I think it needs trimming actually. It's a bit too fat for my liking. Take that down a smidge. We'll take that down a smidge. And then we can bring it in a smidge. A smidge being, you know, obviously an accurate amount. An accurate measurement in Pip World is a smidge. Oh dear, there we go. Right, and then we'll pop that up on there. So it only needs a dimensional on this side. Put that on there. Do a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. And then that one will go on there. Like so. There we go. There we go. So that's that one. Pretty, huh? Happy Mother's Day or Easter blessings, whichever you fancy. Okay, so that's card number 2. So I'll put that away. And then card number 3 is decided to go for something a little bit jazzy. You know me, I like my jazzy. So Flirty Flamingo, and then this gorgeous daffodil. Now I thought I might do it on this side to start off with, but then I realized that that would hide this lovely daffodil here. So no, I'm going to switch it over, move it to that side, and then put the sentiment over here. And this one, we're going to do some speckly stuff. So on one of my cards I showed you earlier, where are we? I use this long line down the side here. So this is basically this exact same layout, but just switched over, pretty much. This time I've decided we're going to go speckly, because we've got this great speckled piece here, which gets overlooked sometimes. People don't know what to do with it. Well, first of all, it forms a basic, a great ground for when you've got a daffodil hanging out. But you can also use it to just speckle your paper. I don't want to add black to it because I think that would be too dark. So we're going to go Flirty Flamingo and do a tone on tone. Here we go. So we're coming down this side. Oh, I'm going to need to put some paper underneath, otherwise I'm going to get that covered all over my... And I've discovered that pink does stain my silicone mats. That's interesting to know. Obviously our pinks are very... It was magenta madness, to be fair, so a bit like my hair. It's not surprising really that that stained it. I'm just coming into the edges, the gaps here that it sort of leaves, and adding a bit of speckly. Then we'll speckle down this side, even though most of this isn't going to be seen. Just adds that little extra. And you can always check how much more you need to do, if any. No, that's fine. So now we've got a little bit of interest going on in the background, and it doesn't need a card layer. That was the thing. I didn't want to add another black layer or a different colour. So this one. Like so. I actually think that this is a daffodil that's got a fresh freesia middle here and a Flirty Flamingo top, which, you know, is fine. Oh, she says just squeeze that up a little bit more. Come on. There we go. It's just fine, but that's, you know, I don't know that we have fresh freesia thingies in this country. Anyway, who knows? So we'll actually, should I add some ribbon? Oh, have I got, is that white or vanilla? Let us see. Let us see. Have I even got any vanilla? I've got white. Obvious. No, that's red, Pip. Don't bring out red. I've got put white, she says, pulling out red. Oh, actually, that would go okay. That's nice and see-through. We like a bit of ribbon. I do anyway. Because that means, you know what that means, Sheila, don't you? It means it's time to tie a bow. So let's tie a bow. Got to have a bow. It's a Queen Pip card. If it doesn't have a bow, it's not really a Queen Pip card, is it? I've been very lax on the other two. Okay, this is very soft ribbon and it tends to wander. So that means I tie myself a double knot. Okay, then you're fine. Then you can do whatever you like with it. I'm still going to tie it upside down because it does still tend to give you the best bow. I have no idea why. It's just a thingy. It's one of those things that when you then turn it over, you've got a really nice bow. There we go. See? We'll just cut those tassels off. Maybe there. I know a lot of people who want to iron this ribbon, but honestly, it's lovely if you just leave it loose and let it be how it's supposed to be. I can understand why it might frustrate you and drive you nuts, but it's okay. Oh, hello. That glue's gone a bit. Oh, this is my old glue that I've had sitting there for a while. Hold on. Let's just do that. I don't want that on my hand. Let's go to the other glue that was here that I just ignored and picked up the wrong one. There we go. So we don't really need all that. Spread that in a bit. Put that on there. There we go. Messy pup today. Messy pup. Now, I mean, quite frankly, you could leave that and just not put anything on it. You know, she says, moving it again. Come on. Stop moving. There we go. Because it does look pretty cool, I think, just like that. But if you wanted to, you could add on a sentiment. And I promised you 3 Mother's Days, so we're going to get 3 Mother's Days, whether you like it or not. I have no need now for Mother's Day, but that's okay. I'll give them to somebody who does, so that's fine. I know a lot of people who have still need for Mother's Day cards. And then I'm going to pick out the black in that, I think, and use my memento. Oops. So we'll get a nice black going. Pop that on there. And then I need a punch. So we'll do, what kind of punch will we do? I think my tailored tag punch is always a good one. Not tailored tag. Is it tailored? Yeah, tailored tag. Oh, I was having a moment then. Tailored tag punch is always good because you can tuck it underneath the ribbon. That's what I like about it. Make it straight. There we go. But see, you can tuck it under and that looks nice then. It doesn't have to be raised up. It can just be put on flat like that. I'll just do that, pop that underneath. Might actually just bring it in slightly so it's in line just there, so you can see that it's crooked. Oh, that's my eyes again. Look at that. There we go. That's better. And then we will finish this one off with some polished dots, I think. Polished dots or butterflies? Oh, I don't know now. Oh, or maybe iridescent. Polished dots, butterflies or iridescent? What do we think? What do we think? I kind of think these two, probably not those. I kind of think these, because they're a bit more gentle. A bit more gentle on the eye. And the pink sort of goes. And because this is flat, we can now add dots. Oops, she says. We can add dots directly onto this part here if we wanted to, which I am. And then put one up there. Put one up there. That'll do. Flipped its way over. Just add another one there. I I like these. They're sort of very tactile. Yeah, I kind of want them in a 3 group there, like that, because they're very shiny, like they're really smooth. So there we go. So that's our 3rd Mother's Day card. What do you think of that so far? Don't say rubbish. Don't say rubbish. Okay, if you're not in the UK, you won't know what that is. But most of you today are in the UK, I think. I don't think we've got anyone from abroad with us today. Normally we have some people jumping on from YouTube, but not today. Maybe it's a special day. Is it a special day in the States? I thought that was last week. Or maybe that's why we had them jumping on last week. So they'll have to catch us on replay. Okay, so that is our 3 cards, 3 Mother's Day cards, as promised. What's the word they use in cinemas? As preluded? No, that's not the right word. Premiered or something. Here we go. So we've got that one, and then not that one. I did this one today. Oops. Oh, Claudia's on. Hey, and she's from Florida. Hello, Claudia. Nice to see you this morning. Or this afternoon for me. This morning for you. And Jane says they're really pretty. Excellent. Let me get them in the right place. That might help. And then you can see them. Not better? I think so. So this one's kind of like a little fancy fold. I like this one because it's really like unusual colours, I think, for a Mother's Day card. And I think that's the thing about these papers, is that you have these different, and I've got that one as well, which is another Mother's Day, and that's another Mother's Day, and this is an Easter Blessings. So you've got options, you know, with these papers. You can make them bright and bold, or you can make them soft and subtle. Not that I've shown soft and subtle here at all, but you know, like this one here, this is nice and soft and gentle on the eye, you know. So you could have just done that on the whole sheet without putting this, but I like it with this bottom piece on. So yeah, so lots of different options, and I will be making these up into a card, and I'll show you what that looks like at some point. But I also wanted to share today the new board. So let's clear this lot away and we'll have a look quickly, because I know I'm nearly up to time. Have a swig of my tea. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. So who's been crafting this weekend? I know quite a few of you have been in the crafty corner in the membership group, because I've been seeing all your lovely posts. Lots of crafting going on in those 2 groups, which is great. Okay, so I think we've got some clear space. Right. I might give these to the church, actually, some of these, because the kids like to have cards to give to their mums, don't they? Along with their bunch of daffs. They could have a card with a bunch of daffs, so that would work. Okay, so tidied that up. Now let us get this big box. And it is a big box. Look at the size of this. Oops, look at that. It takes up the whole thing. So I'm going to have to literally lift the lid off camera, because otherwise it's going to whack the camera above your head. I mean above my sharing, but it opens like this. Oops, and then inside, whoops, there you go. See, I've hit the camera. Sorry about that. Inside there's this, and then there's this. So I've not opened it yet, so you're my first lot to see it. Are you still doing the spinny bit, says Joe? Yeah, I don't do it every week, Joe, because, you know, it's just, it just depends on how I'm feeling. So I don't necessarily do it every week. But I probably will do it today. I might send a Mother's Day card out today for somebody. But then I might send an Easter one, because if I don't know, or I might send a plain one, because if I send a Mother's Day one out, and then that could be a sore subject for people, depending on where they're up to, you know. So I might not. It just depends. Okay, so I could send you a different one. I could send you one of my other daffodil cards actually out. Yeah. So we've got Easter. First of all, you're amazing. That would be, I might send this one out today to people because, you know, just so that I don't hit any nerves. Alrighty, so this is the board. Okay. And this is magnetic. So have I got any magnetic bits? Well, I have, they're in here. I don't have any personally. So let's put that down there for a second and try not to get it in too many lights. I'll have to go there. Then you've got this piece. And in here, it's two-sided, okay? So you've got these pieces on this side. And then if you flip this over, whoops, this is actually keeping some papers safe at the back here. Ooh, look at this. I like this one. That's not a surprise, is it? This is a pink ombre sheet. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this is a green two-tone for people who like mint macaron and green. On the other side, it's got black dots, black and with white dots. And on the other side of this, it has grey checkered, but you know which one I'm going for, right? I'm going for this one. So you also have these two things, which when I saw them in the box, in the catalogue flyer, I thought, oh, they're t-shirts. So they're not t-shirts, but they look like t-shirts, don't they? I'm like, oh, why are we having t-shirts? We used to have a dye that did those, but yeah. But apparently not. So you've got pink on one side, green, checkered, mint, or floral. I don't know. I think I might have those two sides. Right. So here are the instructions, because it's a kit. So, of course, it comes with instructions. And it says that this is basically what you're making and what you have. So you can make these things that look like t-shirts into little pockets. Okay, so you fold these back and forth and back and forth. Fold this one this way. Okay, so you're concertinaing up her wings like so, and then you fold this way, and this way. Concertina up those wings. Alrighty. And then what you do is you stick that to that, and then you end up with that as a little pocket. Okay, and that is your pocket, and it opens up so you can add quite a lot inside in terms of notes. It's quite cute, isn't it? It's great. And then you can decorate it, because in your lovely pack you have stickers. So you've got cards which you can write on. So things to do lists, flowers. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through to 10 items to do. That's nice. You've got plain ones, so you can write in, you know, shopping list or whatever it is that you think you need to write in. Okay, they're all lots of them different. Oh, I like that one. And these are just brilliant cards for leaving yourself little notes, basically, of things. Oh, that's nice. Things to do. I quite like that. I like that one. And here's this one this way, up to 5. Now, if you write in pencil, then, of course, you could rub them out and start again. Or if you had things that you have to do every week, then you could write them in pen. And then every week it would be a reminder. So it's entirely up to you what you put on there. You can put on useful telephone numbers. And then you've got stickers. Now, bear in mind, these are not all English. Okay. So that is in Dutch, I believe. This is in English. So happiness is in the journey. Grateful, love this life, dream. You've got this. Celebrate today. Today I'm creating. Oh, always a good one. Today's a new day. Love this. Remember this. And then all these little ones. Create this week. Make time for. Important. To buy. Notes. To do. To buy. Currently. Love. To do. To buy. Notes. Remember. Important. On the menu. On my mind. And another this week. So you've got lots of that. That's in German. That's in French for Celine. And then look at these gorgeous stickers. Oh, and things you can stamp on. So you could make your own words up for what you wanted to put there, or you could write it if you had nice handwriting. Butterflies. Oh, look at them. So the idea is that you decorate all your little pockets. Okay, whichever way you want to. Decorate them up. And then you can decorate your little sentiment things, your to-do lists, all that kind of stuff. You slide in your paper, whichever want as your background, and it even comes with tape for putting the pockets together, which is great. And then it comes with these fabulous magnetic, well, I mean, they're just metal, so obviously they're magnetic, which means that they stick to your board that way. They've got little magnets. I think they've got magnets in there. There we go. Yeah, they've got little magnets on the edge. So these then stick, and then you just have your little pockets or your little sayings or whatever it is that you want to talk about. So you'd pop that in there, you'd create whatever you wanted, and then you'd stick it on your board. Isn't that just amazing? I'd use those to make cards, says Joe. Well, that's the thing. You can definitely also use them to make cards if you wanted to, for your stickers and stuff. Because, I mean, you're not going to use all of them, are you? Let's face it, right? Not unless you've got an awful lot of things to say. So you could absolutely then pop them off and put them onto cards. I mean, I still think that's a dress card just waiting to happen. But aren't they great? So my husband asked me, is it one of those boards that you can wipe on and off? I don't know. And I don't have any of my, I don't think I've got my, is this a board marker or is this a permanent? Water-based ink. Don't know what that is. Somewhere I've got some markers that you use for whiteboards back in the day from when I used to do whiteboard presentations at home, would you believe? But I don't think I've got one in front of me, but I will test it and see whether you can use a whiteboard marker on it, because that would also be handy to just scribble a note on. But I like the idea of putting these little notes up and then holding these little pockets. So I'm doing this one. I mean, look at that. So you do that and then you put that, and then that sits in there, and then you just put the little pocket. I mean, you could put photos on it, anything you wanted to. Isn't that gorgeous? Please don't risk trying a permanent marker. No, I will try not to. I will try not to. But yes, my home office, it's going to go, I want one either in here, depending on where I can fit it, or I'm thinking in my packing shed. Things I need to pack, but also motivational things to remind me that sometimes packing can be fun. It doesn't have to be, because sometimes packing gets to me a little bit. It's an acquired taste, shall we say, when you're doing lots and lots. But actually, that's because I'm always in a mess because I'm in my lounge trying to do it. Whereas I think when I'm in my packing shed, I will actually have fun packing. So I could put little things on. Don't forget to put the little thank yous inside. Don't forget to put the little stickers on. Don't forget, all those kind of things that I could do to remind myself of things to do in my packing shed. And then when I'm in my shed, I'm bound to remember stuff that I need to do in the house. So then I could write myself a little note to say, don't forget to do that when you go back in the house. So it's cool, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm not going to put it all together now, but I will put it together and I'll show you my finished article. But yeah, it's good. It's fun, isn't it? I really like it. And of course, I'm going to make mine pink because it would just be wrong any other colour, I think. I quite like the grey checkered. I quite like the grey, but the pink is just, isn't it, just gorgeous? So I think it has to be. And you can put the backing on, and it's still magnetic through, and that's through 2 sheets, and it's not even flat. So that's really cool. So yes, so that's what I'm going to do with mine. I'd love to hear what you're doing with yours. Jane says, do I have my shed yet? No, I don't have my shed yet. Right, let's go back to here. Let's do this. So let's turn that down a little bit because that is not too bright. So no, I haven't got my shed yet. It was anything between 6 and 12 weeks. So and that was from once we'd worked out how to get it down the side of next door's house, now that she's grown a massive great big plant over the access way. But we'll manage. So yeah, we're just waiting now to hear, because they have to, obviously they build it to order, so we're just going to wait until it's all done and dusted and ready. So yeah, I'm loving this, really loving this little kit though. I think it's going to be great fun. Happiness is in the journey. It certainly is. So we'll enjoy that when I put that together. So let me know what kit you're going to put together. If you want to buy this, then you can. Obviously, it's now available. And obviously, it will also go to your celebration numbers as well if you want to. So don't forget, please, please, please don't come to me tomorrow. Say, why can't I put the daffodil papers on my order? Because I knew that this brochure is going in the bin tomorrow. So you need to grab your daffodil papers, or anything else that you haven't got and you fancy. Grab them now, or it's not too late to join and become a member of the Royal Stampers and a Stampin' Up demonstrator, which just means you get discount on your own purchases and you can share it with family and friends if you want to. And you know, you can do that. That would be great. There's so many things that you can do when you so many different options that you can do, especially during celebration. But celebration ends today. Tomorrow I will be on the blog with some what's happening in March news, and I will obviously be over in Crafty Corner, and I will obviously be over in the membership with what's going on in the membership, because it's C. So we're doing another letter tomorrow. We're working our way through the alphabet. So we'll be talking about all kinds of different things, beginning with the letter C to do with crafting, which obviously crafting is one of them, card making is another, but you know, I won't just stick to those. So yeah, so we're going to do that. And then I'll be back again here next week, looking at some other wonderful stuff that is current and maybe some new stuff that's coming. But yeah, it is time for me to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching me today. And if you did want to just grab any of those last minute celebration offers, then you know you've got to go to my store. Okay, there's nothing else to remember. Just click that link and you'll go straight there. And you'll be able to shop, and you'll be able to shop to your heart's content. But if you did want to join, you can also use the link there to do that. So I hope that you've had a lovely celebration. It's always one of my favourite times, and it's now happening twice a year. It used to be just once a year, but it does happen again later on in the year. So we will have fun again then. But in the meantime, we've got other things to look forward to. Don't forget to book in for Stampin' Chat if you want to come along. We'll be talking Hearth and Home next month. So yeah, lots of lovely goodies to be doing with there. And I'll be busy getting on with my retreat, but don't worry, we also have another Suite of Possibilities coming with the lovely Katina Martinez from California. So much good stuff happening this month. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. Take care and happy crafting. Until then, bye-bye.